Chapter 4 Senses of Animals. Topics covered: Sense organs in animals. How animals communicate with one another. Do animals sleep? You already know that our sense organs keep us aware of our surroundings. Our senses are an important gateway for us to receive information about the world around us. By processing the information we receive through our senses, we become aware of our surroundings and respond to a situation in a suitable way. We have five sense organs: eyes to see, tongue to taste, ears to hear, nose to smell, skin to feel. Have you ever thought how other animals remain in contact with the outside world? Sense organs in animals. Like us, animals too have sense organs that help them to survive in the surroundings they live in. They use their sense organs to respond to different stimuli such as sound, light, heat, smell, etc. Ants cannot see well enough to distinguish one object from another. They find food only when they come close enough to smell it. They use their antenna to smell. Animals with poor or non-existent vision rely heavily on their sense of smell and taste. For instance, houseflies have taste bud on their feet, and butterflies have special sense organs on their feet that help them to smell. Similarly, rats have poor eyesight but have a keen sense of smell, taste, touch and sound. All these help the rats in finding food and avoiding predators. Bats are almost blind. Their sense of hearing is so well adapted that they can feel their way correctly by discerning vibrations. Insects have developed the most sophisticated ability to smell and taste. Thus, bees, cockroaches, and ants depend on their sense of smell and taste to find food and recognize members of the hive or nest. Snakes also rely less on their sight and hearing and more on their senses of taste and smell. Dogs have a sharp sense of smell by which they recognize people they have not seen for years. This quality helps police dogs trace the culprits. Dogs also have a very sharp sense of hearing. They can hear sounds that the human ear cannot catch. Birds have the same basic five senses of other animals: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Their senses are developed according to their way of living. An eagle can spot food while flying a mile above the surface. Owls can see up to 100 times better in darkness than humans can. Some birds locate undergrouped prey such as earthworms and beetles with their sense of hearing. Some birds like vultures have well developed sense of smell and can smell dead animals far away. Most birds rely on their sense of hearing for communication and locating prey or predators. Fish can see fairly well, which helps them to find food, shelter, mates, and avoid predators. They do not have eyelids, so they cannot close their eyes. Fish have well developed sense of smell. Sharks locate their prey by the smell of blood. They can also feel the vibrations of the heartbeat of the prey. Fact while ants use their antenna to smell and taste food, as well as to communicate. How animals communicate with one another. Different animals have different ways of communicating with one another. Female glowworm makes a series of flashes to communicate with the males. A dog barks, yelps, whines, and growls to communicate its feelings. It also wags its tail when it is happy and hides its tail between its legs when it is scared. Insects release chemicals called pheromones through special glands that help them to communicate with other insects. A bird makes simple calls to communicate. An ape uses symbols to communicate. Hyena makes a mad laughing sound that other hyenas follow while hunting. Honeybee performs special dance steps to tell other bees where the food is. Fact while snakes hear vibrations on the ground with the help of a hearing bone in their jaw. Do animals sleep? Like us, animals also sleep to take rest. Some animals sleep for long hours. Brown bat sleeps for about 20 hours a day. Usually small animals sleep for longer hours than big animals because they spend more energy than big animals. Grazing animals like cows and deer sleep for only 2 to 4 hours a day. In fact, giraffe has a shortest requirement for sleep. It can rest and sleep for 10 minutes to slightly more than an hour. Dolphins sleep for about 10 hours. An adult tiger sleeps for about 16 hours a day. Koala sleeps for 18 hours a day and spends the rest of the day feeding on eucalyptus leaves. Dogs and cats close their eyes to sleep. Horses sleep while standing. Migratory birds sleep while flying, while a cow sleeps with its eyes open. Dolphins sleep with one eye open. Fish reduce their swimming speed to get rest. Bats sleep hanging upside down from the branches of trees. Fact while flamingos and herons are birds that sleep standing on one leg.
A. Tick the correct option.